We deserve a nice weekend, Maribel, and of course, especially the parents who are going to try to head out for any back-to-school shopping. I know that later on I will be going out safely with 2 masks because that's how I feel more comfortable if I have to go out there, which I'm at home. But you know, you got to take advantage of those deals, even if it's going to be online learning for the kids, for many kids. And as we look live from our Broward camera in Fort Lauderdale, it's actually looking fantastic to kick off the weekend. Already off to a beautiful start with sunny skies and just a few clouds from our Key West camera. Looking at the radar right now, we are quiet and dry except for a few showers that have been over in the far western suburbs. And yeah, that was something that I mentioned this morning. And as we look at the breeze right now to the east, 10 miles an hour, temperature is climbing upper 80s, low 90s. You know, it's hot and steamy. It feels like the hundreds across much of South Florida because it is so sticky out there. And even the rest of the state right now, we're seeing mostly upper 80s and low 90s from Central Florida, even up through North Florida, checking in coast to coast. Much of the southeast also dealing with a very warm summery afternoon, 90 degrees in New Orleans, 86 in Atlanta, 82 in DC, the upper 70s up through New York City and Boston, and we're seeing upper 70s and low 80s across the Midwest, the Northern Plains. Right now, Kansas City, 81. The hot spot is Phoenix, 94 degrees and 84 in Vegas right now. Look at the 60s on the West Coast in California, even up through the Pacific Northwest. So that's where the cooler air is right now. And there are some storms moving across the central U.S. as well as parts of the Northern Plains, also looking a little bit wet and messy through portions of the Northeast and New England areas. So for us, we are not really tracking anything in the tropics right now in the Gulf of Mexico, in the Caribbean, in the Atlantic. It feels so good to share this great news that we're not seeing any systems mentioned in the tropical weather outlook, and that hasn't been the case since July 18th because it's been so busy lately. But cyclone development is not expected in the next 3 to 5 days, and so we got to make the most of this quiet weather in the tropics, and of course make sure you have your plans and your preparations in place because the peak of the season is September 10th. So it's really about a month away from now. We've already seen how active it's been so far with 9 named storms. For us today, 92 degrees, some scattered storms as a future radar showing us this afternoon. The heaviest rain will be across the Everglades, the West Coast, but some of those storms could backtrack and spread eastward across parts of Broward, Dade, and even portions of the Keys as we head throughout the rest of the day. For boaters, no advisories, winds east 5 to 10 knots, seas about 1 to 2, a light chop on the bays. And tonight should be okay, pretty tranquil, a few clouds, warm, muggy, temperatures right around 80 degrees, and the winds should be light. As we head into your Saturday with more of an east breeze, the storms will be steered inland, and the same pretty much for Sunday. We could see some scattered storms, and highs will remain in the low 90s through straight weeks. So Maribel, Mother Nature is certainly delivering some fabulous weather, and we deserve it after the washout we had last weekend with Isaias.